He claims it could solve almost overnight the problem of what to do with our waste. Businessman Philip Halls from Westerham in Kent has developed a scheme to turn rubbish into energy.
Now, we produce millions of tonnes every year. Philip's plan is to convert much of it into ethanol, which could then be used to power our cars. He's already building a plant in America and says he has more inquiries from all over the world. Our environment correspondent Yvette Austin reports.
Rubbish. Every year we produce 220 million tonnes of it. This is destined for the furnace at the incinerator near Maidstone. Much also goes to landfill sites. In an effort to be more environmentally friendly, the government says we must recycle more. And it's with this in mind, entrepreneur Philip Hall has developed a way of turning our rubbish into ethanol, which he says could help power our cars.
What we're really interested in is the biomass, which is the food stuff, the paper, the cardboard, flowers, etc., which we then put through this process, which is quite simply a distillation.
A trial setup has been successful. The key is the tunnel. In here, rubbish is treated under high-pressure steam at 160 degrees Celsius. There's no burning. Plastic and metals are extracted for normal recycling. The rest turns to fibre, ready for the brew.
Currently, the petrol we put in our cars already contains up to 5% ethanol, and that figure is expected to rise. But at the moment, our ethanol comes from crops like corn, and Philip Hall says his method is far more efficient and economical.
My view is we don't need to have thousands and thousands of acres of our countryside turned into growing wheat, maize, etc. to make ethanol. We can do it out of our rubbish. We want to get rid of our rubbish. We don't want to put it into great big landfill sites.
In Brazil, they've been using blends of ethanol and petrol to power their cars for years. Ethanol is less efficient than petrol, but far cheaper and gives off fewer emissions. In Brazil, it comes from sugarcane, but Philip Hall says the country has now expressed an interest in his scheme. There are sceptics, though.
The materials that they are going to be turning into energy in this facility, the cardboard, the paper, textiles and food waste, much of that could have been recycled at a much greater energy saving and therefore emissions saving as well. And that's not to mention all the materials, the land and the water that went into making those things in the first place.
First full-sized plant is being built in Texas. It's likely to be closely observed. Yvette Austin, BBC South East Today, Westerham.